Hey, what's up guys? Sean here, back with another video. Today we're doing a first impressions video of my new Intex Explorer K2. Let's get it. If this is your first time clicking on one of our videos, I'd like to say thank you for clicking on the video. I'd like to ask you to go back and watch some of our backlog of videos. That way you can really get a handle on what our channel is about. And if you like what you see, hit the little subscribe button down there for me. Give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the videos. I really appreciate it. All those thumbs up, likes really help our channel, so I really appreciate it. But like I said, thanks for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoy yourself. First impression is that I need to work on my paddle. The paddle, I feel like, is a little bit short for this because of the height of the sides. But other than that, it feels really stable. I've got my rod with me today, so I think we're going to take this thing and see if we can't land a fish in it, if we don't get eaten by a gator. Let's go. Okay, so honest initial impression of being in the boat paddling. And I watched the reviews on it, and you know, I knew it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. But without the skag on the bottom of it, it doesn't track straight at all. It's almost impossible to get it to track straight. So I think I'm going to turn around and go back up here and see if I can put the skag on it and see if it works any better. Okay, so for a big fella, because it's inflatable, it's not the easiest thing to get in and out of. For a lighter weight guy, might not be a problem, but for me, it kind of makes it a little more difficult to get in and out of. Okay, so I don't have the skag. I thought I did. Apparently it's not in the bag. I'll get with William and hopefully he's got it. But after, you know, doing a little bit of airing up and everything, I aired it up a little bit, and that seemed to help a lot. Try to get back in position where you can see me. Anyway, that seemed to help a lot. I want to knock my camera over. But it's definitely not the easiest thing to control, and without that skeg on there, it's almost impossible to get it to track straight. So that being the case, we're getting some wobbly footage, I'm sure. We're doing the best we can. So anyway, we're gonna keep heading upriver, which that's another thing that makes it a little bit hard to track, as I'm going up against the current. Even though the current's going really slow right now, going against that current makes it a little more tough to track. And being as this is my first time in the boat, you know, all these things are factors. So it's not the end of the world. I'm still having fun playing with it. And as we go, I've got some mods that I want to do to it that I think will make it a little bit better. But yeah, so as we go, I think that's gonna help it out some. And let's get back out here on the water. I still haven't casted this pole yet, so let's get back out here on the water and see if we can't get a fish in the boat. There's a little cove right there. That might be a good spot. See if we can get over there. Apparently that stick ain't biting. I'll be honest with you, this thing is surprisingly stable. I think once I get that skeg, this thing's going to be a pretty good little river. Especially, I think it would especially be a nice little lake boat. But this might do what we want it to do. Fingers crossed, anyway. I'm liking it so far. It's a little bit of a workout without the skeg, but I'm still liking it. we really don't have a real itinerary today, anything we're trying to really do other than just test this little boat out. I thought we might see if we could catch a fish, but the boat really, it's too hard to keep straight right now. And I don't have any kind of anchor or anything in here. So, you know, today was just gonna be a test out day to see how this thing works. I'm really liking it so far. It's a little bit of a workout, like I said, without that skeg, but even at that, once you figure out your pattern, it's not really that bad. Now, you're not going to make a bunch of time with this thing. This is not something you would take on a super long trip, I don't think, although I might try it. It's pretty fun, and like I said, it feels stable as all get out. I mean, unless something crazy happened, I don't think that this thing would tump you over. And another thing about this kayak is it's got, like, technically it's got 5 chambers. It's got the 2 sides, the center, and then it's got 2 on the front and the back that kind of just roll over. I wouldn't really consider those chambers much flotation, but I mean, it's got, these sides are independent flotation, and then it's got the bottom. So, I mean, if you took a hole in it, poked a hole in it somehow, I mean, you still got 2 other chambers to float on if you had to. I know I'm gonna hear about it. I don't have a flotation device on. As you can see, this river is 100 foot wide probably. If I dumped it over, I could easily swim to the sides. Now, I understand if I had a medical emergency and I fell in the water, I passed out or something, I'd probably drown. I know, but I'm fairly certain that I'd be able to be okay right now. The only reason I don't have one is, honestly, was in such a hurry to get out here this morning. I was so excited that I forgot to load one up. I've got them at the house from the other boat, and I forgot to load one up this morning, so that's my bad. I messed up, but I think I'm still okay. You know, it's just one of those things. It happens sometimes. Don't want it to happen though, for sure. Check out this giant slab of rock. It's pretty awesome. There's some really good sized cypress trees out here. I guess I should mention, for those of you who don't already know, I am paddling in the upper Santa Fe River today. I put in a little boat ramp down here. They call it Bible Camp boat ramp, and it's a pretty nice little place down here. If you have a boat, you got to be careful because there are some pretty shallow spots here. So the boat ramp's nice. The river's really nice through here, and from what I hear, there's a lot of big bass. You can't prove it by me today because I haven't had a chance to really do much fishing, but I know there's some big bass up in here. It's so peaceful up here though. I definitely want to try to get up here and do a little camping trip one night. Found a pretty awesome place here to just post up and hang out for a little while and cool off in the shade. And we've even got this little rock ledge right here I can sit down and dangle my feet in the water and hang out and even cast the line a little bit. So things are looking up. Found a cool little crawdad. He's not all that small, honestly. Pretty good sized fella. Well, this looks like this might be a good location for us to come back to and camp. Be a neat place for us to set out some lines at night and try to catch some fish. I'm going to take you around up here and show you what this little, it's actually just a little peninsula here. I've seen some posted signs around, but there's no posted signs right here on this peninsula. And technically I believe that if the river was at its regular stage, that this would be underwater, which I believe means that it's part of the riverbed. So I don't think it's posted, but not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But right here will be a cool place between these trees to set up my hammock. There's a lot of hard rock on the ground here, a lot of good places, and actually a lot of good dry wood for me to build a fire with if I have to. Check out this little spot right here. How's that for like a little trench to build a fire in, cook in? I've got built-in benches on either side to sit down and chill in. It might be a cool place. Just got to be real careful not to build a big fire there, because sometimes this river rock will explode. So, but yeah, man, this might be a cool little location to set up a campsite one night. So, fingers crossed, with this new kayak, we might be able to get that done pretty soon. What do you think? Be cool? I think it'd be a good idea. That's a pretty cool setup. The guy's got his little kayak set up for fishing, and it's got a little trolling motor on it. He cruises pretty good on that little thing with that trolling motor. Pretty neat. Check out this little burned out, hollowed out tree here. Kind of reminds me of that book, My Side of the Mountain. Don't want to get too close because there might be a beehive or something up in there. I'm allergic to bees, that'd be bad. It's pretty awesome though. Well, it appears that catching the fish isn't in the cards today, and running out of time. I got some stuff I got to do this afternoon, so I think we better get back on the water and start heading back to the car. I definitely want to come back to this place another night and do a overnight camp out, so I think this will be a cool location. Okay, so my final impression on this little kayak. This kayak is really cool. Took a little while for me to get used to. I still got to get the skeg to go on the bottom of it. I think that'll make it a lot better. But for the money, you can't beat this little kayak. I got a really good deal on it. One of our subscribers, actually my nephew, William Fletcher, gave me a really good deal on this kayak, and I really appreciate that. But, you know, it's not something you're going to take on a super long trip, but I did paddle this thing upstream a pretty good ways. And once you get the hang of paddling it, it's not bad. So my initial impression of this thing is it's pretty awesome. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, you know, all the things. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about this little kayak here. But again, like I said, thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you next time.